Well, as soon as I made this video, Justin Fields has been traded to the Steelers for a 2025 sixth-round pick that could potentially turn into a fourth. I mean, immediately once I made this video, literally 2 minutes before I made this video, that news broke. But so let's talk about that real quick. We don't have to deal with Fields anymore. We don't have to deal with him. So that is very nice. And I'm saying dealing with him in terms of the scrambling ability. Now, of course, they're going to take Caleb Williams now with the #1 overall pick, who's definitely a better talent, but he's not as much of a scrambler, and I'm just concerned about the scrambling still because their pass rush is still pretty bad. So, but let's go into the Lions news we have today. The Lions news is that Donovan Peoples-Jones has been brought back on a one-year deal, 1 year, $2 million deal, very team friendly. And he potentially, with this move, Josh Reynolds could potentially not be coming back. So, what are we going to do? Are we going to sign a receiver in free agency? There's still these couple guys left. Are we going to draft a receiver? That's probably what I'm expecting now. Or are we going to trade for a guy for some reason? Or are we just going to rock with the core we got? I'm a big fan of Donovan Peoples-Jones. I really am. He's young. He's 25 years old. He has a whole bunch of potential. I liked a lot when we traded for this guy. I wasn't necessarily happy on the day that we did trade for him because I wanted a pass rusher or a corner at the deadline. But we got a receiver, one of the most underrated receivers in the league. In literally the short I made like a week or two before that, or a month before that, I listed my top 5 underrated receivers, and Peoples-Jones was on that list, and he's still underrated for me. I mean, just look what he was in Cleveland. He had like 900 yards and 800 yards one year until this, where he only had 100 before he got traded. So Peoples-Jones has a lot of potential. I really like the move for the most part. The fact that it's only $2 million for one of the most underrated receivers in the league, I love that move. I'm just trying to figure out, what are we going to do? Is Peoples-Jones going to be our number 3 or number 4 for this upcoming season? Or are we going to get a guy, draft a guy? I'm assuming probably with the 3rd round pick or with the 5th round pick, we're going to take a receiver. So St. Brown's number 1, J-Mo number 2, Peoples-Jones number 3, and Raymond number 4. And then we don't have a 5th and so on. Green and Kennedy and who else, Fountain and stuff like that would be numbers 5, 6, and 7. So I don't think Reynolds is coming back, though. Immediately once, if we did not re-sign him on the day of free agency, when it officially began on Wednesday, if we did not re-sign him the day, I didn't expect him to come back. And that looks like the case, because that did not happen. He's still not been re-signed, and the fact that Peoples-Jones got re-signed before Reynolds did, that I think confirms that he will not be back. I'm curious to where he goes, or if just Reynolds wants a lot of money or something like that. He's like an $8 million a year type of guy, if you ask me. Reynolds is 8-9 million a year type of guy. I'm wondering if he wants more money than he did at the beginning of free agency, since Darnell Mooney, who's always been an overrated receiver in my opinion, since Darnell Mooney got, what was it, $12-13 million a year, something crazy like that, when he's only thrown up like 400 yards for the past of each 2 seasons. So maybe that influenced him to ask for more money or something, but I don't know. So I'm curious to see what we do there. We also have some other re-signings. Scott Daly, our long snapper, has been brought back on a 1-year deal. Details aren't out yet, but it's probably going to be like a 1.2 or under for a year. I like it. I didn't really care if we brought back McQuaid or Daly. Daly's one of the younger long snappers in the league. I know he's just like 31, but he's still one of the younger ones in the league. I would say like the average for long snapper ages and anywhere between 35 and 38. Like they're super old for the most part. But Daly's been pretty solid. He's played for us, so has been McQuaid. So I didn't really care who we brought back. I could still potentially see McQuaid coming back on a cheap deal to have long snapper competition. But we'll see. That's probably not going to be the case. Daly will most likely be a long snapper. Welcome back, Scott Daly and Donovan Peoples-Jones. I like those moves. And the third re-signing I forgot to talk about in one of my videos that I uploaded a couple days ago is that Dan Skipper has re-signed. Love it. I absolutely love it. I wanted him to come back. Details, again, aren't out as well from what I understand. It's a 1 year or something. And yeah, I'm assuming anywhere between $1 and $1.5 million is probably what it's going to be at. And I think that's completely good money for him. I don't know if he'll make the 53-man, but he should be able to make the practice squad. So, one pride, go Lions. Some pretty good moves, I would say, for the most part. I'm a big fan of the Donovan Peoples-Jones re-signing, and we do not have to deal with Justin Fields anymore. So, one pride, go Lions. See you in the next one.